Hello everyone, this is Raviteja. So in this video, let's discuss about fatty liver. I'll share my screen. Yeah. So fatty liver is a kind of epidemic that you cannot see. And what statistics is saying is like 25% of the world's adults have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. That means out of every four people, one person have this fatty liver disease. And the irony is most of them don't know they even have it. That is the problem with the fatty liver. Okay. And as I said, the danger is in silence. Okay, so in most cases there are no symptoms. That is why many people cannot even diagnose that fatty liver in the initial stages. So you will feel perfectly fine while serious damage is still developing in your body. I mean, that is a problem with fatty liver. We cannot see any kind of symptoms though the fatty liver is developing in the body. The liver is getting accumulated by the fat. So that is a problem with fatty liver, and that is why statistics are saying that out of every four people, one person have this fatty liver disease. And the path is almost predictable. So the first is healthy liver, and from that healthy liver, fatty liver gets developed. So how fatty liver gets developed? The fat accumulation around the liver, the fat gets accumulated, and the accumulation of fat, that fat is called fatty liver. Okay, so that is mostly of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. That is not through alcohol, but through taking excess carbohydrates, refined carbohydrates, and from that the liver get inflamed. So that's called inflammation or scarring, wherein this fat will be on the liver for a long period of time. Okay, so because it is being on the liver for a long period of time, the liver gets inflamed. Okay, so from that the fourth stage is called cirrhosis or liver failure, wherein it cannot be reversed back. So these are stages of liver getting damaged. So in the stage 2 and 3 we can actually reverse it happily, but if it goes to stage 4, it will be very difficult to reverse this fatty liver. Okay, so this is the path of how liver gets fatty, and it ultimately leads to liver damage. And I mean, whom what people usually develop these symptoms. So it's not just in one group of people. 90% of the obese individual, especially if the fat is around your abdomen area, especially belly fat and all, fatty liver gets developed. And 60% of diabetics have this fatty liver. So if you have diabetes, the chances of getting fatty liver is more. And 20% of normal people with normal weight might also have fatty liver. But the common thread between these three kinds of people is insulin resistance. So the more insulin resistance your body has, the more chance of developing this fatty liver. So that is the common thread for all kinds of people. So when it comes to fatty liver, many people say so many things. So it's kind of complex thing. But one thing, as I said, if you understand about insulin, the more insulin you have, the more chances of developing fatty liver, the more insulin resistance you have. Okay, so there might be so many issues associated with it, but the root cause is again insulin resistance. So the truth is found on any basic textbook, that is the insulin. Okay, so the more insulin your body is producing, the more chance of having fatty liver. So one simple thing insulin does is whenever you eat carbohydrates, that carbohydrates, spikes that insulin in the body. And when the insulin gets spiked, what insulin tells liver is like you store the extra glucose that is coming from carbohydrate in the form of fat on the liver. So that is how fat gets deposited around liver. So the root cause, if you observe, having high insulin in the body. So how high insulin is developing? From eating carbohydrates. So what causes high levels of insulin again? The first thing is refined carbohydrates, especially fructose. So where fructose is formed in all the juices that soft drinks that we drink, high sugar levels, high fructose levels are there in that. And anything that is packed like sweets, biscuits, all that is kind of having high fructose. And breads, breads have high fructose. At the same time, vegetable oils like omega-6 oils, all the refined oils has this develop this high levels of insulin. So we need to avoid refined carbohydrates, and these vegetable oils, especially, all the refined kinds of oils that are available outside. So even though it is from refined carbohydrates, any soft drinks, or from alcohol, the damage is the same. Okay, so non-alcoholic fatty liver or alcoholic fatty liver, even if it is, even the pathways are different, the causes are different, the effect is same. That is, liver is getting damaged. So we need to avoid both. We need to avoid alcohol. At the same time, we need to avoid fructose and refined carbohydrates. So recently, the name is actually changing. Previously, it is called non-alcoholic fatty liver, but right now it is being changed to metabolic dysfunction associated with fatty liver disease. That means our internal body metabolic dysfunction is the real problem. Okay, and how this disease formed because of high insulin. So we need to understand that the root cause is again high insulin in the body. So I mean, the story doesn't have to end in cirrhosis. It is completely reversible when we understand the root cause. As I said, because in this all in this presentation, you have understood that the damage is caused by high insulin levels, by refined carbohydrates, fructose, and vegetable oils. Once you understand that, by changing the diet pattern that you have, you can easily reverse this damaged liver into a healthy liver. So the path forward is clear. Get on the right eating plan to lower insulin, and in the next 2-3 months, if you do it properly, your fat liver can be definitely reversed. If you want any help in reversing fat liver, if you want to know more, comment the word liver below, uh, so that I can help you one on one to talk to you and to reverse on discussing what diet you should take on reversing this fat liver. So that's it from my end, and thank you.